Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Full Phantom Blaze, and today we are playing a fun game, actually, called Magical Diary Horse Hall by Hanako Games, which are the same people that made, I'm pretty sure that made Long Live the Queen. I could be wrong, but they're like, yes it is, I believe so. And, okay, I've played this game for like a couple hours, and it's pretty interesting, let's just say that. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I was expecting to enjoy it, but like not at this kind of level. So let's just click new game and get right into it. Let's name ourselves Phantom and then Blaze. I have an actual name. We'll go with this. This is the same character I already had, so that's interesting. But let's change her hairstyle maybe. No, I'm kind of too used to like already having this as my character, so we might will stay. There's different face types, but I like this one the best, and then we'll change the eye color. To blue. I have blue eyes. And I like them to look like me, so yeah. And then we'll go that. And yeah, looks good. It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they'd all convinced themselves that something unusual had happened. Then the next day, a strange woman showed up at my doorstep and offered me the choice of my future. And now here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. Basically Hogwarts. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles away from my home in New Hampshire. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes. I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I knew Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want to see my new classmates to see me the first day looking like that. Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcase, which contains all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes because we'll be wearing the school uniforms all the time, but I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. There it is up ahead! The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here, and the trees haven't even started to turn. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long rope and cape. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to Horse Hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. The other 2 halls are butterflies, who are probably the girly girls, and the snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Fortunately, I'm not exactly sure where Horse Hall is. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down in my suitcase while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I set the letter into, when suddenly, I bump into someone. Oops, sorry. He's an older man in school robes, with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good first impression. Sorry, sir. A new student, I see. And what might be your name? Be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich, with a refined British accent, but he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax a little. Phantom Blaze, sir. I just got here, and I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be. My voice trails off a bit as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through a large book he was carrying. Miss Blaze, is it? Wild seed. How unsurprising. Wild. More than likely a complete waste of my time. You have no idea how much you have been given, and you will throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book and then slams it shut. 10 demerits. Not a promising start. Pay more attention to your studies than you do to where you are walking, Miss Blaze, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the next year. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't gotten started in school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. Fuck that guy. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitory, which is located in my hall. There are 9 doors in the hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, oh, that's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. No, I know that word. I just can't say it. All I could do is find my room and wait for them to show up. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcase. Walking inside, I find it's an ordinary-looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or blacklight posters on the wall. No incense or crystals anywhere. Yes. Unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. Okay, quick question. There's 2 roommates and me. Where the fuck is the other bed? Like, the hell? A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds looks up. Hello? You're a horse. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Phantom. Are you my roommate? I'm one of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia, the state. I mean, I'm not sure where Virginia, the girl, is from. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not that it's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire. Not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias. And those are textbooks for the classes I would be taking next year if my I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I really want to know what I need, and I didn't want to need something that I did not have. Those books are everything I could find out about magic. The real kind. Now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches just like in the movies. Oh, good. You're a wild seed, too. What does wild seed mean? It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wild flower. She holds out her hand for me to shake. My family's all magical, so I knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. She has a pretty strong grip. Phantom. Pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor, and he was sort of rude about it. A professor? Shaggy black hair? Big nose? Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. Oh no, you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name, Professor Grabinaire. Whatever. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make that much difference. Don't worry about it. No one cares if you're born witch or not, really. And everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. But enough about boys. What sport do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good, strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Phantom? I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run. Your legs and her arms and my fighting spirit, we're the total package. Go horses. And there are sport teams for witches here? Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. But there is a gym, and we could start our own sports team if we have to, right, Phantom? I guess. Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen. I'll introduce you to my brothers. Huh? Okay. I might as well meet them. I want to meet them too. The only wizard I've met so far is that horrible professor. I can unpack later. I hate unpacking too. I made my mom do it. Shall we? Do you still want me to come? Why wouldn't I? Come on. I didn't choose this option last time. Virginia leads us unerringly through the maze of school hallways to one of the boy sections. Need a hand, ladies? No, I'm just looking for... Suddenly, a water balloon flies out of the open door and smacks in the side of Virginia's head. Donald! Yes, perfect shot. The 2 boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You are going to be in so much trouble. What are you going to do, urchin? Tell Mom on me? She's not here. I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week just by being you. Look at me, I'm all wet. You're going to be a witch now, right? Magic drug yourself dry. Come on, Luke. Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of the sight. Grr. V, is that you? Hey, V, you're all moved in? Are you wet? Thanks to Donald and his new best friend. Oh, poor thing. Here, let me. He holds out his hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair. Aren't you going to introduce us? Right, guys, this is William, my good brother. Virginia grabs Ellie's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and Phantom. It's a pleasure to meet you. You too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname? V? Oh, like V for Vendetta V? Shit. Okay, no. No, that's just what William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. I use my whole name. It's not that long. You kids should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow, and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. Initiation. You'll find out. I suppose he's right. We should get back to our rooms. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. Morning assembly. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes just like me, but they are not all completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long fluffy tail. One girl has glistening wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. Is that what it means to be born witch? Being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps on the podium. Hello, my little flower butts. Welcome to this academy. Oh, Iris Academy. I can't read for shit. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia, beside me, picks up clapping loudly, so the whole room is cheering. The witch holds up her hand, and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Postum, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. Fuck! For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you have never imagined. For others, this is the next step in a journey you have been expecting all your life. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life in the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but with a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's the style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at the Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabinaire. I wonder which classes she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls who have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group, as their name is called, the horses, louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, the elegant falcons, and the eldritch toads. I'm not sure what eldritch means, but toad sounds even worse than snakes. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each other. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your ear, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year, you'll be able to work as a team for your final exam. And I know you'll all be looking forward to your exams, yes? The audience predictably groans. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical exams in the school dungeons. The school is dungeons? Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you have chosen to learn. So think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you ready for magic? Open your diaries and begin penciling in your schedules. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general studying, which sounds boring, and gym class, which I always liked. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French or Spanish, physics, chemistry, or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes, and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I can choose whatever my schedule is here, what will happen if I don't want to go to any classes at all? Would they really let me get away with it? What should I do this week? Alright, so let's start with... White is my favorite. Blue is important. Spoilers! Yeah, blue is very important. So we'll go with blue again. Black and sleep. I don't know if you guys want me to read this stuff because it's really long and it's kind of obnoxious. And you don't need to know it, so I'm not going to worry about it. When I arrive, good morning, sunshine, blah, 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 blah. And it's basically talking about the white magic, like wizard spiritual shit, so that's cool. Yeah. So you gain about a couple skill every day, but you also get the same amount of stress. Oh god. Okay. Okay, and then his ass. And it's always important to sleep, because you gotta sleep. So they're just talking about black magic. And then we sleep. I typically sleep on Thursday or Friday. She drops her notebook on the floor, causing it to shed a couple of loose pages. What's the matter? Oh, nothing, just school. She falls backward on the bed and kicks off her shoes, letting them arc in different directions. I hate school. Sitting still, taking notes, listening to lectures about things I know already or never need to know anyway. Bleh. Well, you don't have to go to class every day. You were taking it easy today, huh? Anyway, it's different for you. If I goof off, my brothers will catch me. Not that I care what Donald thinks, but William is different. He's a good guy. He's always looking out for me. Where are you guys from anyway? Massachusetts. Salem? No, Springfield. But were there really witches in Salem? Sure there are. There still are. But I know what you mean. A lot of magical people are really connected to their homes. We tend to build a tower and defend it. If things go wrong at home, you fix them. Not too so keen on moving. When times were bad for witches and wizards in Europe, they just hid better. They didn't go to America with the early colonies, not in big settlements anyway. And no wizards from Africa went there at all. So the only proper magical people around were the natives, and by the time of Salem, they didn't want to do much with the colonists. Then a couple of kids came out wild seed, and there wasn't anyone to control them. So the witches were hanged for real? Were real? No. It was only those kids who were witches, but they didn't know it. When they started doing real magic, they were just as scared as the village people. So they blamed other people when the preachers told them to, and it was the other people who got hanged. Hard luck on them. Anyway, we have school now, so that sort of thing doesn't happen. I guess it's important to go to schools, huh? Yeah. I'm awakened early on Saturday morning by a tap at the door. Yeah, okay, everything's good. Let me check. How much time am I going on for? Holy shit, 17 minutes already? Okay. I'm gonna end this episode here, guys, just because of the fact that there's a lot to read, and I'm kind of tired of this bullshit. No, I'm just kidding. But it is important for me to take a break. So let's look at our stats real quick, and I'll explain them a bit. So this is our stats right here, and then this is our class stats, and this is our merit, money, and stress. So basically, this is the given stats. So it's 20 smart, 20 strong, 5 cute, and 5 weird. Those all can change at any time. Red, blue, green, black, white are all the magical things, classes, excuse me, and then stress and merits and money. You get $5 a week. That's it. And then you can spend it or you cannot, and it's all your choice. So yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye! Is it night already? Shit, okay. I'm not sure if the first night there are evil creatures, but I don't remember.